What's going on? HGK Gaming here with another LEGO Legacy Heroes unbox video for you. And today we finally have it, the Majosto's Tower rework. And actually, there was a second little kind of mini buff slash nerf to another castle set, Traitor Transport, which we're going to go over a little bit today. But I want to go over the Majosto's Tower nerf right out the gates. So the first two abilities, right, used to be that there was a 45% chance, 40% chance at the start of battle to start with a stack of enchantment. Now that was twice there was a 40% chance in Enchanted Arsenal, Enchanted Armor. So basically you had two 40% chances to start with a stack of enchantment, right? You could even start with two stacks of enchantment. Right, that has since been nerfed down to 25% if to start with a stack of enchantment. So you have two 25% chances now. So almost half. So it'll be a little less RNG based. I had so many battles where it's like the teams just start off with like two stacks on everybody, which is just disgusting and made me want to throw up. So I'm glad that they took that part out. And then it used to double, I believe, for castle tanks and castle attackers. Now it triples. So what it did was, and I like this, I really like that they did this, they nerfed it for the Slimers and Garmadons of the world, but they buffed it for castle. So you're probably going to see more Barnabas, maybe even, dare I say, more Jester Go-Go, and more Storm, and more Brutus. Obviously, you're still going to be seeing Majosto, Basil, and Willa a lot with this set. Although I do think Basil and Willa are still better with Traitor Transport. You'll probably be seeing more castle figures used, which isn't up. It's nice for castle to have something going on. Used to be a 70%, a 45% chance to do 70% bonus damage. Now they have a 65% chance for 60% damage. Now, that's kind of a buff, right? A little less damage, but way higher percentage of a chance to counter. But that's good, because it means they're clearing their stacks of enchantment on counters rather than fake deaths, which is really the annoying thing. I don't have a problem with the counters, right? I never had a huge problem with these two abilities. So, there's that dog. I don't hate it too much. Then they changed the Pulse of Magic, right? That allies now have a 20% chance to gain one stack of enchantment when a magical hero uses a non-attack ability, right? It used to be 40% chance to gain one stack of enchantment whenever a magical hero uses a non-attack ability, right? But now it's only a 20% chance. So again, they're cutting down the percentage chance that you will be able to gain stacks of enchantment. So I like that. Less stacks of enchantment, and with the new counters in the first two abilities, you're getting more of a chance to burn through them before you get hit. So they don't last as long. They're not just stuck on there forever, which is, again, super annoying. And then we look at fake death, right? So what fake death used to be is whenever a hero with one stack of enchantment would be defeated by an attack, they take no damage and gain Hardy. Clears one stack of enchantment whenever the hero loses Hardy. If they have at least one stack of enchantment, they clear one stack of enchantment. Period. Whenever they lose Hardy, if they have at least one stack of enchantment again, they have a 100% chance to gain stealth and clear all stacks of enchantment. So what would happen is you would hit someone, they would take 0 damage and gain Hardy. Then you would hit them again past their Hardy, and then they would go to 0 damage and gain stealth and clear all their stacks of enchantment. I don't really think it was working that way though. Like, it wasn't really working as worded. I think it was kind of bugged to be even more broken. But they did change it. So it's much less wordy and much less is going on. So whenever a hero with at least one stack of enchantment would die from an attack, the hero gains Hardy, then takes 45% damage and gains stealth for 1 turn. So this is more along the lines of what was actually happening compared to what was worded, because what was worded wasn't really happening, right? They would just kind of gain Hardy and gain stealth anyway. So now they take 45% of the damage. So they don't take 0 damage, which is super annoying, but they're not taking all of it. And then they gain Hardy and Stealth for 1 turn, right? And it clears all their stacks of enchantment. This is still good, right? But it's not annoying and broken and totally RNG based. And honestly, I can just deal with this now. I can deal with this. And I think it's just as good as the other sets, but it's not way above and beyond, right? So it's not totally like, hey, I understand a lot of people have this set. You want to keep using it, go for it. You're just not going to be the threat that you used to be. But you'll still be able to climb an arena with Majosto's Tower. Now, let's take a look at this Traitor Transport. They called it a nerf. I call it a buff, right? They kept the first ability, which was fine, the 20% max health increase for castle figures, and 15%, and then also the 10% attack increase. But they changed the Stealing Spirits. It used to be when a spooky hero deals damage, they have a 50% chance to heal for 15% of the damage dealt. Other heroes have a 25% chance. So now they have a 50% chance to heal from between 5 and 15%. And other heroes only have a 20% chance. So all it did was kind of nerf the other heroes by 5% and made it a little more RNG based in a good way, right? Not RNG based that makes the game annoying. RNG based like, hey, you might only get 5% back. You might get 7.5% back. It's going to be somewhere between 5 and 15. I like that, right? Makes the set a little less powerful, but it's not really a huge nerf. And then the Avenge Me. Used to be whenever the Basil Batlord is defeated, there's a 25% chance to inflict disarm on each foe for 1 turn, which is pretty good. They changed that 25% chance to 15% chance, right? So a little bit less percent. It was kind of annoying facing Basils that when you kill him, your whole team gets disarmed. Those disarms are really devastating. 10% bonus chance for each debuff on that foe, right, which is still there. And all Fright Night heroes here for 20% of their max health. They changed that to 10% of their max health. Again, it's something that only really affects Willa. So basically what was happening is Willa was getting healed from Basil and then gaining an additional 20%. Now she gets an additional 10%. So she's not getting as much back. She really didn't need that in the first place. So again, that's a little bit of a tiny nerf, but then the last ability was actually kind of a buff, right? So it used to be when a Fright Night hero deals damage to a target, they have a 40% chance to inflict disarm. That 40% chance has gone down to a 25% chance. So that's kind of a bummer because that disarm was a big part of the Fright Nights. But there was a little bit of a buff done on this now. So it used to be if the target already had disarm, it would inflict stun for 1 turn. Now it kind of buffed it up that if the target already has disarm, it inflicts dizzy for 2 turns and stun for 1 turn. So this is a very tiny little nerf to this set, which I think just brings it down a little notch, right? Same thing with Majosto's Tower. Let's bring them down a notch and make them a little more bearable to deal with, and also make sure that they're on par. I mean, GE is still really good, but I don't really feel like it needs a nerf. I feel like the GE set is not what makes it good. It's the figures that you're using, although GE is very good. And I feel like Lego House, again, just got a buff, is very good. So you got 4 really good sets out there. And maybe you'll start to see Forbidden Island also is a good set that might make a comeback. Dojo is a good set that might start making a comeback. I think it kind of brings these sets down to the level of Forbidden Island and Dojo. But I could be wrong. I think they might have better characters than Pirates have at this point in time. Well, that's pretty much all I got for today, Knuckleheads. Please remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle up.